But look, his head was crowned, his arm, and his leg. It was stolen.
It was
Stolen. And
the hands. These are hands.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And this is
A tongue or penis?
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Here we can see the king Ramses. He is standing and give an order for cutting the top,
Cutting what?
the hands,
Why?
to know the number of the enemies, the
Huh?
slaves, the number of the enemies in the battle or the slaves. After that, he gave his order to cut. This is, some people say this is a tongue, and some people say this is the sexual part of the man. They cut it to know how many people he get it from the war.
Every king has two names.
This is the form of cartouche
Mm-hmm.
with the name of the king.
Name of the king. আমরা এখন হাবু টেম্পল দেখতে আসি লাক্সোরের। এটা রামেসিস দ্য থার্ড, নট সেকেন্ড, থার্ড বিল্ড বানাইছিল। So let's see why this temple is famous.
That's your ticket?
100 Egyptian pound for temple, Medinat Habu temple. Okay. দিব আমরা শেষ করে ছবি তুলবো, সমস্যা নেই। Who is she or the he?
So,
She, it's a she.
She got this. So, keep brother, please, to listen to me.
কাছে আসো।
Now, we are in Habu temple. Habu temple, that was dedicated for the god Amun-Ra.
Amun-Ra.
And the god is Sekhmet.
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet,
Oh,
she's the god of
Sekhmet.
Sekhmet. She's the god of war and love.
War and love?
Exactly.
Warlock.
Power.
The opposite.
Opposite, exactly.
The energy. Okay? This god, this was built by the king Ramses III. Ramses III.
Is he Marnepta something?
No, son of.
Marnepta? Marnepta?
No, he's after Bermuda.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
The
Both are
lightning
Sekhmet,
face,
right?
The body, both of them.
Both of them Sekhmet.
Yeah, the body of women, the face of lioness, and the sun with cobra in here, top of her.
Cobra, lioness, Manishinghi,
Women,
and women body, Sekhmet.
some people smash the faces.
কাজ নাই তাই স্ম্যাশ করছে আর কি। We see this symbol everywhere. Wow, this is huge temple. Wow, this is huge, man.
Yeah,
But Rameses the Third was he famous or something?
exactly. So famous. On the third, he have a lot of wars outside. He was very strong kings, and this is the
Mummy of Ramesses the Third in yes.
In Cairo, yeah.
When did he die?
uh,
He died for like he stayed first
it's not-
How long was his reign?
long
about I think like 60 like that.
and there was a pharaoh who only lived 16 years. Not
That is
Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun.
No, Tutankhamun 19 years. But there was a pharaoh who died in poliomyelitis.
Anyway,
Yes. He has polio and severe skin disease, and he died in 16. There's a mummy. Beside that Ramesses III, who was that? I don't remember.
Ramses the first.
No. Last, it was in the same chamber, like in a room. There Ramesses the III. And
yeah.
it's the mummy museum that Hela took us there, the guide in Cairo.
Cairo.
Yes.
Anyway,
We have. You don't remember the name?
But there was the mummy of Ramesses the third with that mummy.
Exactly,
Yes,
yeah.
with that mummy. The
Anyway,
mummy
yeah.
were in the same
In the
room.
same place. Yeah.
Tell us.
Here we have 3 shrine or 3 rooms for the princess from the 26th dynasty.
26th.
The 26th dynasty.
26th
princess,
dynasty
we
জন্য
have 3 rooms,
3টা
3 shrine
রাজকুমারীর
for them. And
কক্ষ।
another building here also back to the little them. No, they are made for themselves like offering. They have altar in the middle for offering. Inside some scenes talking about them when they are give offering to the Egyptian gods. You can see that from near, but from outside.
Oh, you cannot enter here?
No, from outside. All of them the same, like entrance. We can see. Look at here.
Altar.
The altar from granite stone and with 2 columns on right side, left side. The entrance for sacred place.
তিনটাই হচ্ছে
inside.
রাজকুমারীদের
And
জন্য
here,
এখানে
can
অফারিং
close it.
করতে আর কি
Look at the princess.
স্টোরি না
She is carrying the offering to the god Horus and Isis and Nephthys. So the
নেফথিস
goddess. Oh yeah, Horus and Isis and Nephthys.
নেফথিস ইজ
Nephthys, the sister of God Isis.
আইসি স্যার
انا عمرو زلتك حصل صور يا عم ابو
Habu. So, where is Habu? Habu, where is Habu? This
Habu
is
is the name of the place.
the name of the place.
Yes, the name of the place. Also the
Oh,
towns
okay.
around us, it's Habu town.
Oh, this is the town of
city.
Habu.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The
He was a
entrance to the
religious
temple-
person.
Yeah. In the entrance of the temple, it looks like any temple. We have the
Yes.
pylon, we have 2 towers on the right side and left side. You can see the king Ramses. He is standing in front of the god Amun in the right side and left side. But here,
It's not mirrored. Yeah.
that's Ra, the god Ra, the god of north, and here Amun, the god of south. Amun and
Ra is
Ra.
the god of
Ra, the god of north.
north. And-
Amun, the god of south.
Amun is god of south. Yeah. Okay.
Then became Amun Ra.
Amun
the
Ra.
main god. And
The main
king
god.
Here with the crown of Lower Egypt, and here with the crown of
আপার ইজিপ্ট সো এখানে লোয়ার ইজিপ্টের ক্রাউন আর এখানে আপার ইজিপ্টের ক্রাউন দেখা যাচ্ছে ফারাওয়ের কাঁধে
And we have
মাথায়
2 towers and the gate in the middle with 2 sides for flag it put in front of the
ফ্ল্যাগ
yeah there's supposed to be 4 flags 2 in that side
1
and
2
in that side
3 4 চারটা পাটাতন আছে ফ্ল্যাগ ওঠানোর জন্য ওকে
Also we can see the god Amun Ra sitting in his chair and behind him his son Khonsu and in front of him you can see the king sitting and behind him you can see the god of knowledge. He is writing his name and offering him to the
Thot.
god. The god, yes, exactly. And behind him you can see the god Mut, his wife.
where
That's here. That's called Tree of Life. The god Thot, he's write the name of the king on the paper of Tree of Life. That's it. Look. The god of knowledge and he write the name of the king.
god of
in the
knowledge is
paper.
Thot
Yes, exactly.
Thot
And behind him the god, this is the god Shat.
Seth
And
the
this is
the
king.
evil god
No, this is
That's
evil.
lotus flower.
That means Set. The
Set.
evil god. Set.
yes this is
Set, but this is the god of the air.
air name is
Shat.
Shat
Shat.
not Seth
No, Set. Shat.
Shat
And here we can see the king sitting under the tree of life, and the god sitting, the god Amun Ra, he's the main god.
he has the pharaoh crown
Yes. No, this is the crown of the god.
oh this is the crown of the god
Yes. Not the crown of the king.
okay
Okay? Let's go. If you have looked to 2 sides, the god he is standing and in front of him the king. But in right side was the crown of upper and in right side, left side the crown of lower.
Egypt.
Upper and lower Egypt. Lower and upper Egypt. Okay? The double crown.
double crown দুই পাশে দুই রকম ground. Wow. This is all the walls are engraved with hieroglyphics.
The color.
Bushra. Oh, again destroyed.
Again and again and again.
Does someone destroy these, or it just
Some back to the
with
Christian
time?
time, some because inside the second hall they are used this one for their religion, so they are cut and destroyed the statues for the king, and they are used this place inside. We will go inside.
Okay.
Here we can see the king Ramses. He is standing and give an order for cutting the top
Cutting what?
the hands
Why?
to know the number of the enemies, the
Huh?
slaves, the number of the enemies in the battle or the slaves. After that, he gave his order to cut. This is, some people say this is a tongue, and some people say this is the sexual part of the man. They cut it to know how many people he get it from the war. In front of him, his leaders, they take the orders and collect, and the man he is right how many persons, and here the man who will cut the hands and he gives the slaves. And they
The
are
hands.
cut.
These are hands.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and this is
A tongue or penis.
exactly.
Yeah. So this is how he keeps counts of how many he has killed or how many he has
How
got.
many he got?
How about the woman?
No, these are the women don't count. He only counts the how many he can employ as slaves.
Yeah, because it's the war.
But these look like women though.
No. This is the people. They don't look like us because they have have a full
If they
speed.
cut hands,
Pure.
how are they going to use them as slaves?
I don't know.
No, just for accounts.
Yes?
For account, and they put it in the prisons and then leave.
Yeah, okay. But they don't use them as slaves?
How they use it after
they
that?
they are dead.
No.
No, they're not dead.
But cutting a man is like, you can't use that man as a what?
No, because he cut one hand.
Oh, he cuts one hand.
Only one hand. But this one is just a story to account, but it's not. Maybe
Maybe it
just
is.
only take it in the temple. Maybe it's not cutting that. Just scenes here.
Okay. আল্লাহ জানে এটা কি এত চল Is this like the same story here and also here?
So here is talking about the battle of
Oh,
the King Ramses. Look at like a big
battles ground.
battles ground.
Is this a?
The
I'm not
king.
sure what that is.
This is the horse of the king.
It has horns.
Horse. Yeah, they are both. No, they are both like crown of the horse.
The horse has crown.
Yeah. And then
Those
the
horns
king-
are crowns.
And here all that look at like a big battle slaves. People is killed.
Battle of the slaves.
And this is all his leaders, the Egyptian leaders.
I see
And
chariots,
look down, they are kill the people down of their legs, down of the horses.
shield,
Yeah.
chariots, birds. So this is a war.
Yeah, and here you can see. Look at the king.
On chariot.
Look at down the horse.
Let's see.
Lions. The lion. The lion all times is they are go with the kings in his battle. Fight with him.
So with the chariots of the pharaoh, there are lions in going to the battlefields
With him
with him. Are there lions in Egypt?
from Africa.
Lions
It's only
are.
available in savannah. You can't bring a lion, have a lion in any kind of form. It's only available in savannah.
We have no
No, we don't have. Lions are only available in savannah.
savannah.
And look at here. the people, they are look like fighting, but this is like training of the war. They are make like exercises for the military.
Practice.
Exactly. And the king standing, he catch some enemies, and he start to hit them in front of the god.
Okay.
The people
Exercising for war.
yeah. The king catch the enemies, and he start to hit them in front of the god Amun. It's the same also in this side.
So is he sacrificing him, this enemy, to the god?
Exactly.
So that is the crown of the god, the
Fifth.
two feather. Oh, okay. দুইটা পালক হচ্ছে কি আসলে গডদের ইয়ে।
And here you can see the king. He collect the enemies with the Ra and go to offering them to the god Amun, and behind him his wife Mut.
মুত, মুন এন্ড মুত। Yep. Okay. Got it.
Let's go.
সবার বডি সিক্স প্যাক, মেয়েদেরও? Why is it prohibited to go near the wall? The other temples did not have this.
Where?
You know this.
No, because that was a little bit shorter, so some people go and sitting so that can be smashed the monuments. But look, his head was crowned, his arm and his leg. It was stolen.
It was
Stolen.
Stolen, মানে
Some
এটা কোনো দামি
people,
পাথর ছিল।
some people say that was
Expensive.
precious. No, it's gold.
gold.
Some people say it's gold.
So the same thing was there as well.
It's the same on the other side. By the way, at the cemetery, the Egyptian people, when they are build the temple, they make 50 in right side and 50 on left side. Symmetry, same thing. The columns.
50টা ওই পাশে 50টা ওই পাশে সেম পজিশনে ছিল সব।
It's exactly the same. Four columns, two columns, two columns.
Two columns.
The decoration, same decoration, like
Decoration.
same. Okay. Look at the roof, the voucher, the symbol. Watch. Look at the top. You can see the cartouche. This is the cartouche. of the
Cartouche
king.
is hieroglyphic writings, no?
Exactly. The name of the king.
The name of
For
the king.
example, we have
The name of the king is the blue one. The blue.
right side and left side.
The blue
There are two
merge.
names for the king.
Yeah. What is the name? Ramesses the third.
Came closer. Every king has two names.
Every king has two names.
Yeah, this is the form of cartouche
Mm-hmm.
with the name of the king.
Name of the king.
Sarah, when we see the duck
Duck.
with sun, it's meaning
sun.
Sarah. It's the birthday name of the king.
Birth in.
Yeah, when we see the bee, that's meaning the coronation name of the king.
So birth name and coronation name are different.
Exactly. Look at this: the sa, the duck, and the sun. The top.
Duck আর sun একসাথে থাকলে হাঁস আর
The sun is meaning Ra. The god.
রা
And the duck is meaning Sa.
সা
Sa
Duck
in
with the
English
sa.
is meaning son. The son or the boy.
Boy.
Yeah. So the boy of the god Ra or the son of the god Ra, and then the name of the king. This is the birthday name.
এটা হচ্ছে কি বার্থ নেম ফারাওয়ের
Birthday name. Okay.
ওই এই সিম্বলটা থাকা মানে
Real
হচ্ছে
name is Ramesses the third.
The third.
সো হোয়াট ইজ দ্য বার্থ
What's
নেম
meaning Ramses?
Sarah.
Ramses?
সারা
What is meaning Ramses? Ramses it's
Ramses.
Missu. But to be
কামিং ফ্রম দ্য রা
Ramses.
কামিং ফ্রম রা
Ra, the god Ra. So Ra Missu, to be easier to be Ramses. Ra Missu 1, Ra Missu 2, Ra Missu 3. So Ramses 1, Ramses 2, Ramses 3. Here we can see the king. They are connected with the gods to the god Amun Ra, the main god. Here we can see the god Kholum. Behind him we can see the god Sekhmet, the lioness face, and the king purification, incense for them. Then we can see the god of knowledge.
থট
Yeah. Here, but this is the best scene. The king sitting, and behind him, the god Mut, the wife of the god Amun. The god is Mut. She is offering the king to the god, her husband Amun Ra, and behind him, his son Khonsu, the god of moon,
I see the moon on his
on
head.
his head. Yes. And here,
So she is offering the king to the god,
like supporting,
supporting,
Like-
endorsing. Okay,
yes,
got
like the coronation part.
it. I got it, huh?
And this time he became the king of Egypt, and the god blessed him.
So he is.
This is the columns of Hybistal Hall, and as you see, it
Hybistal
was
Hall.
cutting. All of that was cutting, blocking, because they are take the stones for some
You're shopping at
buildings, all
this.
buildings here. Like there is factory for sugar cane and some like that. They are made these buildings, and you have a lot of side rooms. We call it the God's rooms or side rooms, and this room we call it the paradise room.
Paradise room, which one?
And this room.
This one.
In this room it was closed. It's called paradise room.
Paradise
There
room.
is some decoration about the other world, and here it's supposed to be the holy of the holiest.
এখানে
But it
holy
was
of the
damaged.
holiest
This is the
থাকার কথা।
entrance of the holy of the holiest of the temple that
Holy
was
of
damaged
the
and destroyed.
holiest.
And here is there is 4 statues, 2 on the right side, 2 on left side, for the king with 2 gods. Here we can see the king with the god Sekhmet, the god of power, and the god of energy, the god of,
King with Sekhmet, the goddess of war and love.
and the god Ma'id, the god of justice and wisdom. That's meaning the king he connect the strength and the power and the wisdom and the justice, both of them. And some people, because it was damaged, he say no, both of them for the king with Sekhmet.
Sekhmet. Thoth or Sekhmet?
Sekhmet
Sekhmet.
and Ma'id.
Maat. Okay. Maat and Sekhmet দুজনের সাথে। This is also the name
This is the name, cartouche for the name of the king.
of the king.
Yeah, because the king he wrote his names every
Column.
place he make it. For example, the columns, the walls, everything he make that.
So this is the name. Suppose let me find the name here as well. The name. This is সব জায়গায় নাম লিখে রাখছে। So this is the holy of the holies. এখানে থাকার কথা ছিল কিন্তু এখন আর নাই, ধ্বংস হয়ে গেছে অনেক অনেক রুম।
It's like alphabet T. But always it's beautiful to the stand you are sitting and give offering, like sitting on a chair, sitting on a bed or something like that.
Is it done?
And if
This
we are finished, yes. And if you look to the columns on the right side, Lower Egypt, papyrus and lotus, the flowers.
this is
Lotus.
No, papyrus.
papyrus. Papyrus is Upper Egypt, right?
This one, yeah.
This one's lotus.
And this one, the left side যেটা আছে সেটা হচ্ছে lotus, which means the lower Egypt, the North Egypt.